So these are the things that people see. They recognize you. They see you. And so they know, hey, that's where I'm headed. And so that's what I've got on my site. That's what I've got on my Insta. And that's what my VA creates for me, are things from me that look like me, that are me. Do you want to do that yourself, or do you want to pass it off to somebody else to do it and spend your time doing something else? Spend your time doing the things you love. Students, you can be observers. You'll get points for it. So think about it. You get points for coming to my Mondays, by the way. So think about, what is it you need? What is your real ROI of investing in support? We really want to be able to be receiving help without guilt. I really want you to hear that one. Receiving help without guilt. It's really important as to who we are and how far we can go in our lives if we're able to let go of this guilt over receiving the help that we need. Mentoring with Geraldine is a bite-sized practitioner podcast for naturopaths, nutritionists, herbalists, coaches, and practitioners. This podcast responds directly to the needs of you, the practicing natural therapist. We have interviews during the holiday season and business and mindset support each week, so you'll get the variety you need to enjoy and stay motivated in your practice. Don't forget to subscribe to receive the weekly episodes. And if you want to connect with me, always check the show notes, because that's where you'll find the links to book appointments and, of course, to join the Academy, the membership group where there's constant connection and community with like-minded practitioners. Now, let's get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mentoring with Geraldine and the Bite Size Podcast. How the devil are you? As I say each week. Now, again, we've got a short meditation at the end, so please check out the show notes. Make sure you email me about how you're finding it. I've already had an email about the first meditation and how much she enjoyed it, so I'm really pleased that I've done this. I have done it in the past, and I might do it again in the future. So it'd be really good if I heard from you guys about what you want from me. It's really good to get those messages, get those emails. You know, you can message me, you can PM me, DM me, I might not get to it, but PM, I'll totally get to it. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, what about all of this has sort of culminated, hasn't it? We've talked about finding income. Where can we find it? Where can we look for it in what we're doing? Are we following up with people? Then what did we look at? Overcoming money blocks. That was a big one for me, because that isn't something that I'm necessarily comfortable sort of teaching, because I don't feel I have many, or maybe it's because I've recognized them. All right. And then how marketing feels to you. And it sort of made, and a couple of times, I've been thinking, it's made me think about it, and I've realized I've touched on it a few times, is ROI. Okay. So your return on investment. Now, when we look at our money, you should be looking on your system. How much money have I taken in? How much are things costing me? What am I spending them on? I've got a spreadsheet. Probably if you go to geraldineheadley.com into the podcasts download, you have to scroll all the way to the bottom of the page because the free stuff's at the bottom of the page, and you'll find podcast downloads. And in there, you have to sign in. Once you've got to sign in, got it always, so you'll get all the future ones. And in there somewhere, I'm pretty sure is the spreadsheet for this. If it's not, let me know. So let's get into this. So the ROI of investing in yourself, in investing in how you work, and investing in support for you, for your business, for your mindset, for moving your business forward. What's the ROI of investing in support? Getting help isn't a cost, to be honest. It's a catalyst. So I had read Tara Mohair's book 15 years ago, something like that. And I didn't even buy the book. The book was free. My girlfriend had it. And that started me on the journey of asking others for help, of paying people for help. So I'd already paid for clinical support. I used to take my brown manila files with my client information in them, and off I would go to one of my lecturers from college, and I'd pay him for an appointment, and I'd be in the middle of his appointments. I would rock up with the files and we'd go through my clients, right? Now I do something similar on a Monday with a group of clinicians, and we've got naturopaths and nutritionists in there, And we all talk about the clients and ask questions, and people get the support they need. And there's a messenger chat, and you can join anytime. Hit me up for it. It's on the front page as well. And I wouldn't have started doing these things, and I wouldn't have probably gone beyond the manila folder if I hadn't reached out for support, right? And thought, people were asking me, how can you help me? I went on a retreat and people said to me, how can you help me? And one of them was in Perth, another one was in Brisbane, and of course I'm in Adelaide. And so they come to me with your manila folders, as I'd done it with my lecturer. It has its limitations, right? And 10 plus years ago, we still had Zoom. It wasn't very good, but we had it. We had Skype. That's not around anymore, is it? We had the telephone. We had ways of connecting and communicating even then. Although I will say, when I initially left home to do my overseas travels, I sent telegrams home to my parents. Just letting that one out the bag for those of you who know what a telegram is. Anyway, back where we were. ROI, return of investment, or as I sometimes like to call it, price per wear of investing in support. Okay? So what do we think about? Number one, losing time. So you need to audit your admin drain. So the drain is the things you don't like doing. Now that I'm using Flowdesk for my emails, I don't mind doing my own emails. But when I was using ActiveCampaign, it was not great. That was not fabulous. It cost me money. I hated it. I got somebody else to do it for me because I hated using ActiveCampaign so much. Personal choice, personal thoughts. Lots of people love it. They've been around a long time, but I found it very wearing on me, very draining, right? So what drains you and what brings you light? It might be you love Instagram, and so you're totally cool doing your own Instagram posts, but you don't like emailing or you don't like something. Can you get help for that? Where is the support for you so that those things can come out? What could you be doing instead of worrying over the jobs you hate, right? You hate posting on Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is. So they're draining you. So it takes you longer to do it because you're putting it off and you're doing other things and finally do it. And you've actually wasted a ton of time when somebody else could have done it for you really quickly. And you could have just got on with, I don't know, more client hours, more rest, more visibility, doing something you do like in the promotional marketing advertising space. There's also a confidence shift. I've gone from just me. So back in the day, I initially started working in restaurants and running restaurants. Then I became a nurse. And so, of course, then you're in charge. And so you're always working with people. You're doing all of the people things. Then I moved to Australia. And so then I had babies, I had small children. I studied. I became a naturopath. I was working by myself. And so I was alone. So I was going, as I said, to my lecturer with my manila folders of my clients, and I was going through them. What do you suggest? What should I do? But getting the support, and that really helped my confidence. And now when I help people on the Mondays in the lunchtime group, that's what it is. It's Monday lunchtime. When I'm overseas, when I'm in Europe or whatever, it's sort of just after work. So lots of people are in their car driving home from work and things, or they've just done school pickup and they're at netball or something. But it's on a Monday and we get together. And that confidence that the people in the group gain from talking to other practitioners is utterly invaluable, right? Beyond, it's just amazing. And you see people grow, you see them gain the confidence. Sometimes they just want to vent. Some people don't have anything clinical to ask. They've got no questions about clients, but they say, well, actually, can you walk me through how to do this other thing? Or what is your take on this product or that thing? And so we'll talk about that. Everybody has their time, but it is a confidence shift. And I see that shift and they feel that shift in that group as well, because they get to show up in front of other practitioners. And then they have that confidence when they show up to their clients. They're showing up like the CEO. They're showing up as the confident solo practitioner and not the person who's worrying about, are they over delivering, under delivering? What should they do? When we think about it, of course, if we have a VA, we have a support, or you join the Monday group, this directly supports you. So it's your cost versus return. And so the cost for the Monday group is $198 a month, Australian dollars. So it should be pretty much the cost of a client. And it hasn't gone up in 5 years. I'm not going to put it up unless they devalue the dollar and we add zeros to everything. It's not going up. It's going to be that price. It's a price that's understandable for us. because I was talking about how much we're charging for things and money mindset a few episodes ago, wasn't I? So we've got to think about where is it on the road of cost and affordability. And that's an affordable thing for the amount that you get for it. Or it might be you don't want to come to that. You're like, well, actually, I'm totally cool with my confidence and practice. And I've got these other people I can talk through clients with. So I don't really need to do that. But what I really hate is this other thing, is this posting on social media or sending out emails, whatever it is. So, those few hours to a VA will directly support that lead into rebooking, that lead into sales, or it might just be that lead into saving your own sanity. All right. So we've got to really think, how much money do I spend? What is my ROI of investing in support, of investing in help, whatever that help may be? Monday group with me, using a VA to socially post, deciding that you're actually going to make a set of videos for a course that you've produced, but they need editing. So the thought of editing is killing you. So you haven't made the videos because you don't know what to use or what system to use. Whereas a quick conversation with me, you make the videos, you give them to Ella, she edits them for you, and you're done and dusted. Your course is done. So if you're not sure where to start with getting this help, it's the focus call, isn't it? That's where we connect. We take that first step. And I've talked about that first step a lot, haven't I? I talked about it last week, making sure that when you show people and when you're doing your post, you show them where you work, you show them the front door, you show them, and you will see that in my content. If you're following Mentoring with Geraldine on Instagram, you will see me sitting at a desk. My daughter took that photo, right? There are photos there's only a few photos of me. I think there's one photo of me sitting at a desk, and I've got a few pots of something slightly turned away. If you're a practitioner, you know what brand they are, but you won't know what they are otherwise. There's one of me sitting at a desk, but there's one of me holding a piece of paper, and there's one of me sitting with my computer screen in front of me. And my daughter took those. All right. So it's not about going out, I can't, it's got to be professional. Your iPhone is a professional camera, and just get your lighting right yourself. Make sure that your hair and face look okay and that you're dressed all right, and get someone to take a few photos, and there'll be one good one in there somewhere, or one that's okay that you can totally use and reuse. And you'll see mine reused, me sitting at my desk, me holding a piece of paper. That my son took that one. That's right. There's one with me holding a piece of paper, pointing with a pen or something, pencil onto it somewhere. My son took that one. So these are the things that people see. They recognize you. They see you. And so they know, hey, that's where I'm headed. And so that's what I've got on my site. That's what I've got on my Insta. And that's what my VA creates for me, are things from me that look like me, that are me. Do you want to do that yourself, or do you want to pass it off to somebody else to do it and spend your time doing something else? Spend your time doing the things you love, because you've been able to pass off the things you don't love. Is it that you need that community support? You need to be in the group because you really want to ask those questions, but you're really shy about it? You can have a try. You can see what it's like. You can come in as an observer. Students, you can be observers. You'll get points for it. So think about it. You get points for coming to my Mondays, by the way. So think about, what is it you need? What is your real ROI of investing in support? So you're going to sit there and think about that. And we're going to do what we've done for the last 3. And that is, we're going to have this meditation moment. So as with all of them, if you're closing your eyes, think about where you are and what you're doing, because we really want to be able to be receiving help without guilt. All right. I really want you to hear that one. Receiving help without guilt. It's really important as to who we are and how far we can go in our lives if we're able to let go of this guilt over receiving the help that we need. So as usual, we're going to sit down, we're going to relax, we're going to be calm, we're going to close those eyes, and we're going to take a few deep breaths. We're going to really relax into our seat, and to perhaps move the head about, relax the facial muscles that, wriggle the neck, roll the shoulders a bit. Allow yourself to arrive in this moment. Take those deep breaths. Relax into this moment. Deep breath in and out. Breathing in calm and confidence. And breathing out anything you don't need in this time and this space. Allowing yourself to have this time. Letting the day melt away for just a few breaths. In and out. relaxing, settling, grounding. Now, I'd like you to imagine someone walking beside you, carrying part of your load with kindness and with care. You don't have to do this all alone. You may not recognize this person who's next to you, and that's okay. You may recognize them, and that's okay. Breathing in calm and confident and allowing them to carry part of your load with kindness and with care. You don't have to do this alone. You can lead. You can lead. Let me say that again. You can lead and be supported at the same time. I've repeated it so you can feel it in repetition. Say it to yourself. I can lead and be supported at the same time. Take in some of those deep, cleansing breaths. Allow some of what you don't need in this time and space now to flow away, out and away from your body. Feel it flow away, wash away. It's a load gone from your shoulders. Feel how it softens your body to think this, how it opens your energy. That deep breath allows that energy to come in, how it allows more space to breathe, knowing you don't have to do it alone, that you can lead and be supported at the same time. Allow your body to soften, relax, and absorb that goodness. Allow your body to soften and relax and open your energy. Breathe in the positives. Breathe in that good energy. Absorb that energy into your bones. Allow yourself more space to breathe, knowing that this is okay. Now for that affirmation. It is safe for me to be supported. I lead best when I'm not doing it all alone. It is safe for me to be supported. I lead best when I'm not doing it all alone. Take a few more steady breaths and breathe in that calm and confidence. Breathe in that knowledge that you are capable. But as a community, we grow. As a community that shares, we are able to fulfill our dream, to support ourselves, to take that step forward. Take a few more deep, steady breaths, and in a moment, you can return with renewed spaciousness, with renewed energy, and with more space to be able to absorb what's going on with change, with growth, with development. In a few moments, you need to open those eyes and come back to the here and now, knowing that you have someone walking beside you, supporting you, carrying part of your load. In and out, and returning to the here and now with clarity and confidence. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast for the weekly episodes. If you'd like even more support and learning, then the Academy is for you. Here you'll find part 2 of the herbal discussions, more clinical learning, and case studies to support your clients in practice. Bye for now.